perfect.
Hey, sorry about that, guys. Had some minor difficulties. We're going to go ahead and start the game back over. We're going to put it into widescreen.
Soul Calibur 3. Welcome to the new stage. Welcome to the new stage of history. That's it.
I'm going to go ahead and open up the Discord if anybody wants to join. If you guys need an invite, I'll go ahead and make a link right here. I'll drop it in the chat.
Entrust your noble soul and your sinners need no mercy or sympathy.
Get out of the way.
Versus swordsman, fight. That's it. You're not going anywhere.
You're done!
My life is not for your taking. she seeks the sword that may be her only salvation. I'm done with nightmares.
Well, aren't we cheeky? This'll be fun.
Damn, that's a smooth little skin
Ivy.
for.
Fight. You're not going anywhere. You win.
You're good! Yes, sir. Perfect.
This is completely absurd. How do you manage to even exist? I'm annoyed. I'm going to make you disappear forever.
Bro said it got the Grandpa Heihachi on this one.
Disappear forever. Versus Tira. Fight.
Damn. You're good.
I fear nothing. I will face versus Tira. Fight.
Oh, she did it again.
You lose. 9.
Hey, Brawler, if you're talking, I can't hear you, bro.
Tira. Fight. You're not going anywhere.
You're good.
Will I bend to anyone's will?
Stupid! Now go home and smoke some more crack.
He said, I love the music. Reminds me like I'm battling, travel the world. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'll be right back.
It's 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. I think it's time you got your fucking ass into bed.
You're done! You're done! And we're gonna get right back into it. Oh man.
Now two souls are fiercely entangled. You could never understand.
This was a really
I
beautiful
have no
game, I
interest
gotta
in
admit.
speaking with the dead.
Versus Fee. Fight. Time to die. You win. I avoided your vitals. You'll live.
You're done!
Versus Voldo. Fight. You lose. 9, 8, 7. I must finish my duty.
A futile effort.
Versus Fee. Fight. You win. I won't fail.
No, I know who you're talking about.
Versus Voldo. Fight. What's wrong?
You're done!
9. I've gotten rid of my weak versus Fee. Fight. You win. I do. Versus Voldo. Fight. What's wrong? You win. You could never beat me.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
You've served your purpose. It's time for you to die. Yes, that's right. That's what it takes. What did you... Who are you? What do you know?
Versus Zasalamel. Fight!
You're not going anywhere.
Ring out. You win.
You're done!
She has found the true meaning of strength. No longer will I have doubts or fears.
Are you ready for this?
Versus Xianghua. Fight! You lose.
You must cut your own path through.
Anybody watching this right now, I gotta tell you, this is peak right here.
8,
This level right here.
7.
Leave me alone.
Okay, I have to do this. Let's go!
Versus Xianghua. Fight!
Damn, she was roughing me
You
up.
lose.
And that's the end of that!
9, 8.
Never will I close my eyes again.
My resolve cannot
You're done!
Versus Xianghua. Fight!
Gotta figure that combo out.
It's over! How about this?
You lose.
I know I can do this. I won't give up.
9, 8, 7.
Let's do this.
You're going to regret this.
Versus Xianghua. Fight! You lose. 9.
I cannot die.
Perfect.
I'm
Versus Xianghua. Fight! You lose.
there. Are you satisfied now?
9. Sinner versus Xianghua. Fight. You lose.
Never will I hesitate again!
9.
I'm done.
Versus Xianghua. Fight.
There's another! Gotcha! It's over!
You're not going anywhere.
Gotcha!
You're good!
Cha-cha-cha-cha!
9.
I fear
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Xianghua. Fight.
You're good!
I cannot cleanse myself of this sin. He lives only to challenge his own strength. It doesn't matter whether I am saved.
If you're going to stand in my way, you're dead.
Versus Mitsurugi. Fight. You lose. 9.
You could.
Versus Mitsurugi. Fight. You lose.
You thought you could defeat me.
Stupid, stupid, motherfucker.
5, 4, 3.
Stupid, stupid.
Don't let your guard down, or you'll die.
Versus Mitsurugi. Fight. You lose. 9. Versus Mitsurugi. Fight. You lose.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
No longer will I have doubts or fear.
Versus Mitsurugi. Fight.
Is
You lose.
Now go home and smoke some more crack.
Perfect.
Lee versus Mitsurugi. Fight.
You're done!
9. Never versus Mitsurugi.
Kind of getting washed at this shit right now.
You lose.
There is
9.
nothing.
Let's do this. Versus Mitsurugi. Fight. You're not going here. You're not going in. You lose.
You're done!
I cannot die. Versus Mitsurugi. Fight. You lose.
How pathetic. Don't make me laugh.
9. Sinners need no mercy. Versus Mitsurugi. Fight. What's wrong? You lose.
We can do
9.
I'm
Versus Mitsurugi. Fight. You lose.
This is
9.
nothing.
I fear versus Mitsurugi. Fight. You lose. 9. It does versus Mitsurugi. Fight. You lose. 9. Versus Mitsurugi. Fight. You lose. 9.
I must finish my duty. You won't make it through this fight.
Versus Mitsurugi. Fight. You lose.
Too easy. Don't waste my time.
9. 8.
I've gotten rid of my weakness. Let me give you a taste of my steel.
versus Mitsurugi. Fight! You lose. 9. No longer will I versus Mitsurugi. Fight! Mercy. You lose.
Too easy.
Man, my boy is kicking my ass.
9.
You're
Mitsurugi. Fight! You're not going anywhere. You lose.
You're
Nep versus
Appreciate it.
Mitsurugi. Fight! You lose. 9.
Your skills would never stand up on the battlefield.
Let's versus Mitsurugi. Fight! You lose.
It wasn't
9.
even
I cannot die without fulfilling my duty.
time to meet your maker.
Versus Mitsurugi. Fight!
You're
You lose. 9. Sin versus Mitsurugi. Fight!
Mercy.
You lose.
Is that the best you can do?
9. 8. I'm done. Versus Mitsurugi. Fight!
You're
Will I ever be saved?
Bitch, I'm born to win. Pretty guy, he has no sins. Grandmaster shall we begin. As the battle had reached its biz, with the ops stand now renege. Screw the chopper two decks like twins. With the ops shot now he led. They're dead.
Hit him with the Lin Kuei, catch them in the ice box. On your blade at home base, Johnny Cage of White Sox. Fireball of Liu Kang, really it's a nice shot. Freezing up the next prey, scorpions is like salt. This is not a flambe special, it's a ice pop. Chilling like a polar bear, shitting on the ice block. Ripping people's spinal cords, Raiden felt the aftershock. Freezing through the cold age mountains like the astronauts. DJ Chico, Swav ain't born to win and he will chop it out. Music getting bucked now, all the way from uptown. If you ain't born to win and keep it quiet with a shush mouth. We up now, walk a flock of flame, we love that gun sound. That gun sound? You know snow is icy when it comes down. Sub-Zero flow in this MK and it's bust down. Bitch, I'm born to win. Pretty guy, he has no sins. Grandmaster shall we begin. As the battle had reached its biz, with the ops stand now renege. Screw the chopper two decks like twins. With the ops shot now he led. They're dead. Hit him with the Lin Kuei, catch them in the ice box. On your blade at home base, Johnny Cage of White Sox. Fireball of Liu Kang, really it's a nice shot. Freezing up the next prey, scorpions is like salt. This is not a flambe special, it's a ice pop. Chilling like a polar bear, shitting on the ice block. Ripping people's spinal cords, Raiden felt the aftershock. Freezing through the cold age mountains like the astronauts. DJ Chico, Swav ain't born to win and he will chop it out. Music getting bucked now, all the way from uptown. If you ain't born to win and keep it quiet with a shush mouth. We up now, walk a flock of flame, we love that gun sound. That gun sound? You know snow is icy when it comes down. Sub-Zero flow in this MK and it's bust down. Bitch, I'm born to win. Pretty guy, he has no sins. Grandmaster shall we begin. As the battle had reached its biz, with the ops stand now renege. Screw the chopper two decks like twins. With the ops shot now he led. They're dead. Hit 'em with the Lin Kuei, catch them in the ice box. On your blade at home base, Johnny Cage of White Sox. Fireball of Liu Kang, really it's a nice shot. Freezing up the next prey, scorpions is lights out. This is not a flambe special, it's a ice pop. Chilling like a polar bear, shitting on the ice block. Ripping people's spinal cords, Raiden felt the aftershock. Freezing through the cold age mountains like the astronauts. DJ Chico, Swav ain't born to win and he will chop it out. Music getting bugged now, all the way from uptown. If you ain't born to win and keep it quiet with a shush mouth. We up now, walk a flock of flame, we love that gun sound. That gun sound? You know snow is icy when it comes down. Sub-Zero flow in this MK and this bust down. Bitch, I'm born to win. Pretty guy, he has no sins. GrandMaster style, we begin. As the battle had reached its biz. With the ops that now renege. Screw the chopper two decks like twins. With the ops shot now he led. They're dead. Hit 'em with the Lin Kuei, catch them in the ice box. On your blade at home base, Johnny Cage of White Sox. Fireball of Liu Kang, really it's a nice shot. Freezing up the next prey, scorpions is lights out. This is not a flambe special, it's a ice pop. Chilling like a polar bear, shitting on the ice block. Ripping people's spinal cords, Raiden felt the aftershock. Freezing through the cold age mountains like the astronauts. DJ Chico, Swav ain't born to win and he will chop it out. Music getting bugged now, all the way from uptown. If you ain't born to win and keep it quiet with a shush mouth. We up now, walk a flock of flame, we love that gun sound. That gun sound? You know snow is icy when it comes down. Sub-Zero flow in this MK and this bust down. Bitch, I'm born to win. Pretty guy, he has no sins. GrandMaster style, we begin. As the battle had reached its biz. With the ops that now renege. Screw the chopper two decks like twins. With the ops shot now he led. They're dead. Hit 'em with the Lin Kuei, catch them in the ice box. On your blade at home base, Johnny Cage of White Sox. Fireball of Liu Kang, really it's a nice shot. Freezing up the next prey, scorpions is lights out. This is not a flambe special, it's a ice pop. Chilling like
You're done!
man veiled in mystery appears.
I fear nothing. I will face my darkness. Evil or not, die.
Versus Yoshimitsu. Fight.
Yoshimitsu. You guys are still up over there. Go ahead, tap in. Let me know you're still watching.
Now go home and smoke some more crack.
Versus Yoshimitsu. Fight. Nine.
You could.
Versus Yoshimitsu.
Felt like he always had a badass design on Soul Caliburs.
You lose. Nine.
I must finish.
Versus Yoshimitsu. Fight.
That was easy.
You're done!
You will regret not killing me when you had the chance. You're no longer human, are you?
Versus Raphael. Fight.
Bro.
You lose.
Hell, what's up with that?
9.
I've gotten rid of
Versus Raphael. Fight. You win.
I am.
Bro.
You're done!
I'm impressed that you made it this far. Not bad at all. My dream is about to be realized. You, however, are not worthy of witnessing this glorious moment. Leave this place at once.
Versus Zasalamel. Fight.
Hey, Nick Code, thank you for the like.
Beta!
come to an end.
9. No longer. Versus Zasalamel. Fight.
Damn.
You lose.
Everything will come to an end.
9, 8, 7, 6.
Hey, Jerry Thompson, thank you for the like.
Leave me alone. Very well. This should be interesting.
Versus Zasalamel. Fight. You lose. 9.
Never.
You're good!
Versus Zasalamel. Fight. You lose.
Everything will come to an
9.
end.
Let's versus Zasalamel. Fight.
You're not going anywhere.
Perfect. Perfect.
Everything will
9.
come.
I cannot die without fulfilling my duty.
I shall take you on with my full strength.
Versus Zasalamel. Fight.
Come on, bro.
You lose.
Everything will come to an end.
9, 8.
Let me lock in, man. Fuck the bullshit, man.
Passion for the unknown. Absurd.
Versus Zasalamel. Fight.
You're not going in.
Perfect.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Versus Zasalamel. Fight. You lose.
Everything will come to an
9.
end.
I fear versus Zasalamel. Fight. You lose. 9.
It doesn't matter.
Versus Zasalamel. Fight.
Perfect.
Everything will come to an end.
Beta!
Versus Zasalamel. Fight.
my duty.
Versus Zasalamel. Fight.
It's 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. I think it's time you got your fucking ass in the bed.
You're done! Gotta love it, man.
Impressive. I did not expect such power. But I did not come all this way just to die here.
Beta!
Versus Abyss. Fight. You lose.
Sink into your soul.
9, 8.
All right. Let's settle this once and for all. My unforgivable past.
Versus Abyss. Fight.
Bro, I couldn't even hit him, man.
You lose. 9.
All right.
Versus Abyss. Fight.
You're not going anywhere.
You lose.
Your end is here.
9.
All right.
Versus Abyss. Fight.
You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere.
You lose. 9.
All right.
Versus Abyss. Fight.
Wants to be on. You do that. You want to be on? We could do that, bud. You're done!
Forget this pain.
It's 2 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Stupid! Now go home and smoke some more crack.
Perfect.
never run away from your sin. You have no right to live. It is a sin for you to be alive. Father? Father, I will live on. No matter what happens.
The legend will never die.
We did it. Oh, Yoshimitsu. Nice, nice.
Soul Calibur 3.
Awesome. I mean, they're good, but they gotta eat them with something, you know? Hell yeah. I'm not exactly sure how the Sega CDs, how their ROMs are. I don't know if you just got a cue. wonder if I could play it off. Load it up.
腹減った。
You're done!
Ready.
Yep, you got it. You're done! I got an S rank on that one.
Stupid! Perfect.
Oh, it crashed. Wow, bro. Oh, that's it. You know how these Mujins are. They're bound to crash sometime. Fun while it lasted. Wanna try that Sega versus Cap? No, it wasn't Sega versus Capcom. It was. It's actually the Sonic. Where the hell did it go? Did it go to the desktop or? I remember. Yeah, downloaded is USSD. It's all jacked up anyway. Created. Oh, here it is. Yeah, that kind of sucks that it crashed. I mean, but here's what it is. See if we can find somebody online. I was getting wrecked at this shit last time. If not, we'll go to Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Beyond. Wait a minute. Maximilian dude has a stream right now. We're gonna go ahead and pull his stream up real quick so we could see what he's talking about. Excuse me. Thank you. Maybe if he's live on YouTube, we could run his stream back.
Of MBCI targeting thing and states being pushed, and they did not have very what is going on? Yes, all very good questions. So, I'm just gonna go over the sequence of events that have happened in the past, like, 2 hours. This happened around 7 o'clock Pacific, which would have been approximately in the AM Japan time, right? Or sometime in the day in Japan. So there ain't no one gonna be at home on 4th of July weekend, you know, anywhere else in the US pushing this update or something like that. So
Bro, looks stressed, man.
Just to give you guys a breakdown of what happened.
What happened?
I have become a no signal screen. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite just got updated.
Okay.
For the first time since approximately March or April of 2018.
What happened?
And I think as I was downloading this update, somebody pinged me on Twitter and they're like, why is MVCI getting updated? What's going on?
Because
like, wait, what? There's no reason why
they took your stuff off.
Adjusted anyway. There's zero reason.
I bet.
And then he wasn't lying. I checked it, and all of a sudden, it got updated. So let's just talk about really quick the history of the game. The last time MVC got updated was March, April-ish of 2018. And we were sort of looking on that day as like kind of an exciting thing because it was largely understood that MVCI was dead around early 2018. It was like, oh, this game's cooked, man. Like by January, it seemed cooked. And then a few months later, there was an update, and it was like, oh my God, something's happening. Oh my God, something's happening. Do you guys know what that update was? Anybody remember? It was actually the removal of their anti-piracy license for Denuvo. We were thinking that update could have meant that the game would continually get support. In fact, it was a direct sign that it's not. Excuse me. Oh God. So it was a direct sign that it's not because they're removing anti-piracy. We're not even going to pay for the anti-piracy license anymore. It ain't worth it, bro. So at that point, MVCI has been running without Denuvo or anything, which is kind of a frequent thing that happens if there is a game that is, you know, functioning for a while.
So they put the anti-piracy back in.
It usually is taken out.
And they took Beyond out.
Monster Hunter World, a game that still has like 10,000 people playing it, you know, every single day. So anyway, very weird. This game has not been, I think the term we're using is poked, right? The files of this game have not been poked since April of 2018. It has been 7 years. The only thing that's been adjusted or poked has been from us with MVCIB. And we don't change anything in the core game registry or the core game files on Steam. It's just us on a third party making adjustments on top of their existing adjustments. So anyway, the update was 35 gigs. Why is 35 gigs relevant? This game is approximately 60-ish gigs. 35 gigs does not represent the entirety of the game file size, you might ask. It's like, well, why is it like half the size of the game, the core game? Well, MVCI has a bunch of 4K video files, and they did not have very good compression methods back in like 2016, 2017 when this game was made. So they're big, man. Majority of MVCI's file size is 4K video for the story mode. But 35 gigs is the game, not the video files. That's pretty much approximately The entirety of the core game files, like everything that makes the game function and work when you play it, not when you watch a video,
Bro's
is
reaching,
about
man.
like 30 to 35 gigs. That's what we were working with on our update. That got changed. The entirety of the game got poked. And you can see this stuff is not like we are digging in. This stuff is public information as far as what got poked and changed quite literally a couple hours ago. And on the surface level, this tells a story, but it doesn't tell a full story. The majority of things you will see is that a whole bunch of audio files got changed. And this pretty much, we've already came to a decent conclusion. A lot of this stuff is Thor. And it was an organizational thing. For some reason, somebody chose the arranging assortment of files is going to go to different places. So ultimately speaking, doesn't affect MVCIB very much, but a bigger question is why? That's weird. There are some other theories because ultimately speaking, the game itself has gone through a lot of other core updates, including if you pay attention here, the EXE's changed. So some of like the core foundational functionality of the game didn't go through big changes, but they were moved. And usually when it's not like, oh, you're getting 35 gigs added to the game. It's not that. It's that when something gets poked, right, it usually means that you have to redistribute everything. This is why when you get a Street Fighter 6 update, chat, you're like, oh my god, what's with this 80 gig Street Fighter 6 update? Why is this happening? You know, what is going on? For the most part, it's just the game like re-downloading itself. It's not adding 35 gigs. It's not adding 60 gigs to the game. It is just redistributing the size of the game because you need to re-download the whole game instead of little bits. That's just kind of the way it works. It's not great for bandwidth, but it is just kind of the way it works. There's a few things in here from a surface level that we can pick up on, and obviously this PhysX thing. NVIDIA PhysX third-party libraries got updated. There was some INI configuration stuff. The game EXE's apparently shrunk, and we still have our entire team looking into what actually happened to the game itself. The pack size went through an adjustment. Don't know why that happened. And there was a bunch of sound assets that were moved around or removed. That's from the surface level. But what happens on like the internals is we still don't know. From a basic standpoint, when you go into MVCI as a game, nothing seems different. It seems like the same exact game. Weirdly enough, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 also got an update on Steam about a year to a year and a half ago.
Okay.
That update was mostly on a Steam backend thing, right? An overall Steam functionality backend. But as I understand it from the Marvel 3 team, where that was directly affecting some of their mods working on the game at the time, it was easily fixed, and the update itself for MVC3 was pretty small. Like, it was not something dramatic. It wasn't a reason to redistribute the entirety of the game files, which is what happened to MVCI. Again, many questions. Don't exactly know what's going on. There's a long-running theory, and I just liked it. Hold on a second. Let me see. Can I even look up my own likes? Is that a thing? I can. There is a thing that's happening right now where somebody assumes that it could be, and our team is still looking into this, that there is an update to NVIDIA for PhysX because the 50 series cards do not support 32-bit physics, and no idea if anything else has changed. But that is coming from this part up here, which possibly, yeah, that could be a thing, that there's some outdated 32-bit, 32-bit functionality in the game that needs to be working in order for it to continually work in the future. However, I have a 5090 card, and MVCI works fine, so I don't know if that's exactly it. 35 gigs, though, I don't know. Anyway, there has been other updates to other Capcom games in a similar period of time. For example, Street Fighter Cross Tekken and even Lost Planet 2 got an update. Why did that happen?
Missing download.
Simply put, they were running under a PC sort of like I would say, container called Games for Windows Live, a really ancient thing from like 2008, 2009, to remove Game for Windows Live to get the functionality in those games there. Is what happened to those games anything close to what this MVCI thing is? No, it's not. In fact, if this also was the case, we would have likely seen an update to Street Fighter V as well, because Street Fighter V is also running.
We did get an
older Unreal Engine.
We did get an update to 30th anniversary.
This also depends if Street Fighter V has gotten an update. Another thing, it also depends if MVCI on consoles got an update. And as of right now, it has not. As of right now, MVCI on consoles is the same version, last updated March, April 2000.
It's 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. I think it's time you got your fucking ass in the bed.
Beta! Live, going through certification is not going to be as fast as Steam. Steam will update first. This is also lining up with, like, you know, whenever the time PlayStation and Xbox have the availability to do it, if there is a console update of some kind that is related to this, then, you know, it could happen in a day or two or sometime this week. But we don't know. We don't know if this is entirely a, we don't know if this is specifically an update targeting all versions of MVCI or the Steam version. All I have to say is this game getting an update of this kind, where somebody had to get into MVCI as a game and poke around and fix stuff. Or make adjustments to things. Because I've got an update 10 days ago. If you guys have the SteamDB update for the latest Street Fighter V update patch, I'm very curious what's in that. If anybody can link that to me, then we might have a culprit here of why this is happening. But the big question in the room, the big question, was this a targeted effort to attack Marvel versus Capcom Infinite and Beyond as a mod?
I believe so.
Was this a direct effort from Capcom to circumvent what we did and what has happened over the past like 6-7 months of our game being released in some way?
I think so.
And I can show you when I play MVCI what happens with the mod installed as well as the update. I can show you. Oh dear. Well, that didn't happen before. Oh dear. Funny enough, that didn't happen before. Give it a second. Wait. Wait. Hold on. I swear. Hold. All right. All right. So there we go. Hold. Wait for it. Our mod loader works in the top left, which is integrated. And you can freely load into the game with MVCIB, and the core mod functionality still works. Even with gameplay adjustments and stage mods and everything, if I select Thanos, who has the most obvious adjustments, and I get into a game really quick, just to show you guys, we made adjustments to obviously core gameplay things and the way the game works, so that the game could get a new balance update. That's what happened in the latest MVCI update, and Thanos can still, oh god, my buttons. Thanos can still use all of the stones. So that's good. That means that the MVCI is intact. The functionality of the mod is here. However, it's not the entirety of the story, because the game files got poked. And for some reason, someone at Capcom, for the first time in 7 years, had made adjustments to MVCI. So the game files got adjusted. That means that some of our exclusive modes, including Cross Frenzy, Online Cross Frenzy, probably 2v2 Cross Frenzy, and Cross Fever, all these different things. These are all of our different unique 2v2 modes and 2v2 multiplayer modes. When you go and select them now, and you click back, it reloads the game. It will essentially inject new data into the game, and what this always has done is it pokes the game and moves around some numbers, right? Those numbers allow you to play the game a different way, to play the game in like a different mode, right? So if I go into like training, for example, our traditional 2v2 mode, let's just go in here and pick it. This is where I can control 2 characters at one time. So we had this working online. You can actually play online with this mode, and it was very fun. I wanted to play it tonight, and unfortunately, that is broken. And there's a good reason why that is broken. This isn't. This does not seem like a direct targeting thing. The reason that doesn't work is that the game files got poked. So any of the values that we had discovered to make these adjustments, like I would say back in August, September of last year, because MVCI has never changed, we were able to find those values and change them. Our dev team would, right? But they changed now. So because they changed now, it doesn't work. It doesn't mean that it can't not work in the future with an update. Not at all. It means that we just have to find the new values. It isn't a we are cooked, my dude. It's more that, yeah, like a 1 change to a 2, we have to find out where all that kind of stuff is. In extremely layman's terms, all of the registry values that make those modes happen, which aren't normally allowed to the game, have to be reassigned. So, but why did they change? Because everything in the game changed. Like,
they did that on purpose.
Update is the entirety of the game changing.
Yep.
The next question is, outside of what has been listed and what changed, what actually changed? Well, nothing with Thor changed, as far as we understand. There's a lot of Thor files that got moved around and Thor things got updated, but we don't know. Nobody's really going to know for a while. In fact, it took the MVC3 team a long time to figure out what actually changed in Marvel 3 with a small update a year and a half ago. And then to eventually find out, oh, it was a Steam backend thing that allowed that game to like still work and function. Still, there's a lot of stuff. Nice. What are you saying? If you have the executable of the old update, putting it back in should be enough to restore functionality, but I expect that adding change encryption, and that's why the files were touched, but the sizes weren't updated. Exactly. The whole team's working on it right now, Nice, because you helped us make those modes like real. You're the one that poked around and found the values for it. So the whole team's like looking into it. Everyone's sort of trying to figure out what happened, right? Everyone's trying to like understand, why did the whole game get poked? Why did MVCI just get this update? Even if it is related to like a physics thing, that's also something a lot of other fighting games would need, or I'm sorry, a lot of other Capcom games that are made in Unreal Engine would also need. So I would assume that Street Fighter V would also get a similar update of some kind, but it depends. We'd have to go back and like check that out. It's very weird, is all I got to say. Not for a collection thing. No, this is no insinuation of there being a Marvel vs. Capcom 7, an MVCI 2, an MVCI update, or like anything like that.
I think they messed with it.
We don't entirely know, right? Did any
because of the
files
update
get updated? And not, again, it's 35 gigs, dude, and we have a list of what has seemingly changed, but we will not exactly know for a while. Much less will any modders and folks. There's surface level things that have obviously gone through some adjustment, but still, it's like, it's been 7 years. I gotta reiterate this. It's been 7 years. The biggest question is why? Why after 7 years would that substantial of an update happen? Why after that much time would this be a thing? It doesn't seem like it was targeting MVCI as a mod. It doesn't seem like it was targeting our update. So why is the update going to be for
I call cap
the console versions as well? We're about to find that out in the next few days if the console versions get updated for some way. But I don't know if they will, because this game does not have crossplay. It doesn't have any sort of like sharing functionality outside of the Xbox version cross-playing with the game, with the Windows 10 version of MVCI. Anyway, the conclusion is that MVCI-B is fine. Some things don't work because the whole game changed, right? The whole game has gone through a shift. So the way things attach to certain things and where those locations are is now different, and we have to, our team is going to have to eventually get in there and understand where the new values are.
All right. We've Got an update on that. Which sucks because it seems like they put so much work into that just for Capcom to do something like that. And yeah, at the end of the day, you know, they are pretty much changing the game. Not to the extent to where it's a new game, but they're adding extra modes or doing all sorts of stuff. And it looks like it's still updating on my end. Let's see if there were any changes. 30th. It ain't even starting today. The 30th anniversary ain't even starting up. I don't know what the hell. What the hell? What the helly? See it down here. It might be because of MVCI. Go ahead and let it a little bit of time pass while it. Yeah, big bummer, man. All right, let's go ahead and see if it'll play now. Ain't even nobody on. Come on, man. Hey man, thank God for Fightcade, right? Dead man. It might be the time of the day too. Get me wrong. No, it's late.
What's up guys, Fahrenheit here, back with another video. In this video, I want to follow up on the last video I did about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, being positive about Marvel vs. Capcom. What are the things that I liked about the game?
Itching for a fight.
Ryu! I'll support you.
Soulstone.
You're good!
Hey, so much for the cross frenzy, huh?
team will be left standing.
Not sure if Buddy readied up or not. Hopefully he did. Maybe he didn't, because
It's 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. I think it's time you got your fucking ass in the bed.
Beta! Why don't you take the lead? Who will come out on top? Ready. Fight!
there, buddy.
Any slower.
Good. Level 1. Yes. Haruka. Cool. Haruka. Haruka. Cheya. Da. Haruka. Haruka. Haruka Senpu. Haruka. Break you. Haruka. Yes! Perfect. Yes.
Eliminating the target, that's my job. Itching for a fight.
Ryu, I'll support you.
Yeah, I don't think my boy's there. If he ain't there, we'll go to a different game. See if we could find somebody.
Ultra Street Fighter 4!
You're gone! Right. Now I'm actually curious to see if we could go on console and find some people. Give me 1 minute to get everything set up.